Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing question and answer time number 5. And you guys asked some questions, and I'm going to answer them. I'm going to answer as many as possible, and I have in, crazy order, random order. That way everyone could try to get their questions answered. So let's get through some of the questions. That way I, again, answer as many as possible. Alright, so first question is, what is your dream job? And person X, that is Nightcrawler Fan 1. What is my dream job? I would love to do this as a job, YouTube, well, job, and actually make a lot of money. But definitely that's a dream job, like being a YouTuber, that'd be awesome. We'll see if that ever happens. Also, I would love to do acting. I do love acting. I would love to do that as a dream job. Television, something in television. Really, that's a dream job, doing something in television. Those are my 3 top dream jobs. Hopefully one of them happens one day. Alright, but next question. This person asks 2 questions, and this is Wayne Patterson asks, do you read manga or watch anime? I read manga in the past. I read one once. I read a Sailor Moon one. I got to like maybe 10 pages, and I got really bored with it. I just don't love the genre, really. I just don't. I've tried it before. I just don't like the black and white comics. It doesn't jump out at you. You definitely could lose attention with it. You have to read backwards. It's crazy. So I don't really read manga. I tried. Don't really like it. Anime, I've not really watched anime. I wouldn't call myself an anime fan. Only ones are Sailor Moon. I know, guilty pleasure. The generic ones like Digimon, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched as a kid. But other than that, I really don't watch anime at all. I mean, I just never was an anime fan. But I know people that are. Some people really like it. It's definitely a different style of art, but I can see why people like it. But I don't watch manga or anime, but I do get that question a lot. Second question from Wayne Patterson is, have you ever straightened your hair? Yes, I have straightened my hair plenty of times, just not for YouTube, because I like my curly hair, and it takes a very long time to straighten my hair, if you guys haven't noticed. It does take a long time to straighten my hair, so I don't love it, and I don't really like it. I don't like how it looks straight, but I have straightened my hair in plenty of occasions in the past, and my friends always want to straighten my hair. Trust me, people always want to straighten my hair. It's one people's duty to straighten my hair. Next question is from Entron 475, and they ask 2 questions. One question is, what comic book characters from Marvel or DC should get an anime movie or anime show? I always say Spider-Girl, but that wouldn't happen at all, like, ever. But Flash, I would love to see him have his own anime show. I think that could work really well with the whole Flash family. I would love to see him have his own anime show. And he's already having his own anime movie, so we'll see how that works out. So Flash, definitely, as a, realistic one. Second question from Entron 475 is, what characters do you think have too many books, and what one should have one? Spider-Girl should have one, Come on, it's 1 book. I'm not asking for 20, just 1. But yeah, Spider-Girl definitely. And who has too many books? I think this is a great question. XMen, I think, really has too many. They could really shorten theirs. They have some great books, but yeah, you can shorten some of your X books. Avengers has way too many. I think with DC, they usually have different genre ones. So they have a lot of Batman, but it's like related to Batman, not just Batman. Like Avengers, you're always going to see Iron Man and Captain America with their Avengers books, and even in their Guardian Galaxy and every other book. But with the Batman books, you get to see like maybe 3 with Batman, but then 3 related to Batman, like Batgirl, Nightwing, which I feel is different because they're different characters. So I think DC is a little bit better with that in dividing their genres, but Marvel needs to fix something because they only have their popular superheroes, and they're not really giving a try to the B-listers, which I think they should, and give a little room to them. Okay, next is from Kevin Townsend, and they asked a couple of questions, so I'll go to the first one. Why don't you do a room tour or showcase your collection? Honestly, I tried that once, and it just didn't work. I need someone to help me hold the camera, and then I'll try. Maybe for like a 3,000 subscribers, something special, I'll try doing that. I do have some statues that I would love to show. Room tour. I actually have a couple of shots in my room from random situations, so you could watch through those videos and guess which one's my room. I don't really show anything there, but I would love to show my collection one day. It's just that it's very hard to take everything out and show everything, so I don't know if it'd be worth it. But I'm thinking about it. Let's just say that. That's something I will be thinking about. If enough people ask, I will do it. Next question from Kevin Townsend is, how do you afford so many damn comics every week? Well, some comics, like the indie books, I get digitally. Since I am a reviewer, we are partnered and get mail technically from them, like PDFs and stuff. So that's how I afford my indie comics. I really don't buy many printed indie comics. Only like my really favorites, like Invincible and Morning Glories, I always get printed. But if I'm trying a new Image or whatever title, I usually get digitally. So that's how I afford my indie books. So I do get those free. Now, how do I afford my regular books? You know, you just save your money. You save your money for what you want, and that's how I afford it. I like saving my money for my comic books, so that's how I afford them. And then you look for sales and stuff. And honestly, I buy my comics every week. I really rarely buy trades unless there's a sale on something. So I really just buy those comics and not really anything else from the week. So I don't really buy older comics or trades unless there's a sale or I go on a convention or whatever, or I go to another comic book store. So it's usually a special occasion I do that. Next question from Kevin Townsend is, which is better, MC2 or Ultimate Marvel? For me, of course, MC2. I love that universe. It's a special place in my heart. But I love the Ultimate Universe too. It's very close because the Ultimate Universe is defined also, just like MC2, and that's something I love about both universes, that they're very defined. So I have to go with MC2 because it's Spider-Girl, but I love the Ultimate Universe also, so it's very hard to pick. Next question is from Jacob Adams, who asks, sorry typo, so he actually asked something previously, but I didn't have it over here. But would you like an X book with Spider-Girl in it, because Kitty Pryde and her are your favorites? Yes, Kitty Pryde and Spider-Girl are my favorite characters. I would like to see that. I don't know how it would work. Like, even though I love both characters, I don't know how it would work with both of them in the series, but I would love to see it. I don't know, because even if, let's say, we have, like, Ultimate Comics Kitty Pryde meets Spider-Girl, that could be interesting, because Kitty Pryde was more related to Spider-Man in that series. So, I would like to see that. I mean, Ultimate Comics Kitty Pryde meets Spider-Girl. That would be pretty cool. But I can't picture Spider-Girl being an X book. That's definitely would be a cool thing to see. I don't know what I would see with that, but that would be kind of cool. Spider-Girl X book. I don't know what it'd be called, but it'd be cool. Next is from Harry Bean, and they asked 3 questions. My 3 questions are, will old DC ever be brought back or combined with New 52? I don't think it will. I think that's too confusing. The reason that they rebooted their franchise is because it got too confusing. Do I see maybe one day having one comic, like the Earth 2 comic, become a DC comic? Yeah, I think I see that one day. I do. I think they will do that one day. Do I see them totally bringing it back? No, I don't. I think they did a New 52 for a reason, and they're doing well with it, and they're less confusing, and they're, in my opinion, doing a lot better than Marvel right now with their confusing universe and combining all the universes. So we'll see how Marvel does with combining their universes. We'll see what DC does next with that. Next question from Harry Bean is, will you be reading Batman 66 when it's out? I think that's coming out really soon, actually. I will not be reading it. That is the Adam West series. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's either coming in the next couple of weeks, actually. But I will not be reading it. I never really saw the show. I saw it when I was little, and when I watched it with my dad sometimes, because he watched it, even though he didn't love it. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the show, but I mean, there's a special place in the heart for Batman, Adam West, but I really never watched it that much, so I get too many comics already. I'm probably not going to buy Batman 66. Next question for Harry Bean is, do you think Marvel's having a Crisis or Flashpoint takeoff happening? I think he's trying to say, do you think they'll have like a Infinity Crisis or Flashpoint story arc? I see them doing a reboot one day. I do. I think after this confusing mess that they're doing right now, especially this year after Marvel Now, their universe is really messy. I think I see them either having a new editor or whatever. They're going to one day, very soon, I think, have to do a Flashpoint type event if they want to stay on top, in my opinion. But they have Disney behind them, so they're not really going to get bankrupt. I don't know. I really don't, but I think they're good. As a fan perspective, I hope they do something like that. I think they need to clean their franchise up a little, because as a big Marvel fan, I do say that. I used to be a really big Marvel fan, so I hope they do something like that. Alright, next question is from Hot Rod 96. They asked 3 questions. And the first question is, if this is your job, paying job, what did you do before? If not, then what do you do for money? This is my paying job, actually, which is cool. I go to college, so this is cool to get some money, you know. This is my paying job, though, for YouTube, and it's pretty cool. And that's what I do. Next question. And also because I'm partnered with partnership programs, so pretty cool. Number 2 is, how do you think, from Hot Rod 96, how do you think the Ultimate Universe will be affected by Age of Ultron? I think it will be affected by Miles being in that Mighty Avengers thing. It's not official, but it's supposed to be like a not Native American, I think it's like half Spanish, half black team with the Mighty Avengers. So obviously it can't be Superior Spider-Man, who's that Spider-Man character. So I think it's Miles Morales, and that is how the Ultimate Universe will be affected and somehow combined. I think, and also Spider-Man 2 is coming soon, so I see that happening in that combining, and the Ultimate Universe definitely being affected. If Angela and all of them are being affected, I see the Ultimate Universe being affected from Age of Ultron. Maybe the only thing good about Age of Ultron. See my review if you want to learn more about that. Number 3 from Hot Rod 96 is, what do you look for in a guy? Someone that definitely has the same likings as me. Like, I do like people that like the same things as me. I like people, well, a guy that likes, that's funny. You know, I don't want someone to be bland. I love laughter. That's one of my second favorite things, is being funny. So definitely someone that's funny, nice. I don't like arrogant people. So a nice guy that can make me laugh. I know these are so generic, but and also someone that likes the same things as me. So definitely I would love someone that loves TV, comic books. So yes, definitely those are the 3 most important things about for a guy that I like to see. So definitely funny, not arrogant. Those are the things. Okay, next is from DC and Marvel Guy 18, and he asks 2 questions. What do you think about the new S.H.I.E.L.D. series called Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I am really excited for it. I really am. It's Joss Whedon, so I love his TV shows, and I love what he does. If it wasn't Joss Whedon, I'd be really scared for it, and I don't love the government stuff and S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff. But because it's Joss Whedon, I'm very excited, and it's definitely one of the fall shows I'm most looking forward to. Number 2, do you think they will ever do a Flash movie? This is still from DC and Marvel Guy 18. I see them doing it. I do see them doing a Flash movie one day, especially with the whole Justice League thing. I do see them doing it. I just hope it ends up well, you know. I'm been a big Flash fan for the past couple of years. I just started becoming a big Flash fan. I love the series from now, so I really would love to see people actually know who Flash is in the mainstream universe. I feel like people know him, but not really. I don't think people know who Barry Allen is. I think people know who Flash is, but I don't think they know his name, so I hope that becomes more mainstream. Next couple of questions is from Gabe RN, and that first question is, do you still have hope that Disney will get the rights for XMen back? Honestly, I don't want to see it. I don't, actually. It's weird. But I like what they're doing with X-Men. I don't think it should be combined with Avengers and all that. I think it'll be too confusing. I mean, will it be good to have Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, which I think they're already getting the rights for? Yeah, and again, they're already getting the rights for it, so I think that's fine. I think the X-Men being in their own universe actually is better and more organized. I don't want to be the movies so confusing and having like Spider-Man. Well, I would love to see Spider-Man and Avengers just because that makes sense. But I wouldn't want to see like Wolverine and stuff. I just want that to kind of be contained. Well, maybe Wolverine's the only one with Avengers. I don't know. I don't want to see the X-Men with the Avengers. I just think it's too confusing, and I don't want to see that. But I would like to see Wolverine. I would love to see Hugh Jackman. on the Avengers. I don't know about Andrew Garfield on the Avengers, but I would love to see Hugh Jackman on the Avengers. But we'll see what happens with that. I think Fox has X-Men, and I think they're going to be keeping it for a while, so I don't think we have to worry about that. Same for SpiderMan. I don't see that happening anytime soon. Alright, next question from GayBarN is, what do you think will be added to the Avengers later in the movies? I think you mean, oh, who do you mean? I'm sorry. Who do you want to see in the Avengers, in Avengers 2, I'm guessing? I want to see Wasp, definitely, and Ant-Man, which I think we will end up seeing, because they're in the Phase 3, I think, before Avengers 2, and hopefully Wasp will be in the Ant-Man movie. I'm really hoping that happens. I've told my feelings on that, and on Dark Avenger Inc. on if I'm excited for the Ant-Man movie. But yeah, I would love to see them on the Avengers team. I already heard Quicksilver's Scarlet Witch. I would love to see them. Maybe Captain Marvel I would really like to see. I would like to see her have her own solo movie. I think that would actually work really well. I think she has a really good origin story. But definitely call her Miss Marvel. Don't call her Captain Marvel. I just think that would be too confusing. So I'd like to see them in the Avengers too. Next question from GayBarN is, who do you like more, Hawkeye Clint or Hawkeye Kate? I would have to go with Kate, even though I do love this series, Hawkeye. I love it. Both of them are great in it. But I do like Kate better because I've liked Kate for years now. I've read her series on Young Avengers. I liked her character for years since the beginning, and Clint I just started liking this year. So definitely go with Kate. She's actually one of my favorite characters. So always like seeing Kate in different series. I'm glad that she's becoming more popular, especially this year with the Hawkeye series. Next question is from JL Ghoul, and I think there's a couple questions here, but first is, what are some Marvel characters that you would love to see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe sometime in the future that Marvel does actually still have the rights to? Yeah, I said that with the Avengers movie. I would love to see Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel. I think she would make a really good movie. I think we need some girl power, right? I think we do. Black Widow is not enough. I think we do need an actual hit for a girl lead Marvel movie, because we haven't had that ever. So I think we need Captain Marvel, and I think Miss Marvel could definitely do it for Marvel. Love to see that. And then also I would love to just see Avengers 2 with Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. I already said all these stuff, so definitely want to see them. Next is also, if you could cast a TV actor or actress to play a superhero on a TV show or movie, who would be the actor or actress? Michael Rosenbaum, Flash. He has to be Flash. I don't know why. I think he looks like Flash with his hair. The guy played Lex Luthor at Smallville. Dreamcast. And also Justin Hartley from Aquaman. For Aquaman. I love Justin Hartley. Love him. Would love to see him as Aquaman. He was in the pilot for Aquaman, which is actually a pretty good show, but it didn't get picked up, which is really weird because it was a really good show. I think it was before its time. So love to see Justin Hartley for Aquaman and Michael Rosenbaum for The Flash. I think they would be perfect. Who would they play and why? Yeah, so that's why. Next question is from Ark Noble, and the first question they ask is, do you want Christian Bale to be Batman JLA movie, and why? Do I want him to be Batman? I don't know. I love Christian Bale as Batman. I think he plays a perfect Batman, but I don't know. Maybe I don't mind seeing someone different for Justice League. I don't. So, yeah, I don't mind him being Batman, but I can see someone different. I don't care. Do I want to see Gordon Levitt? Maybe. I might want to see him as Batman, but if they do a rebooted Batman, I wouldn't mind either. Well, I wouldn't mind if they have a rebooted Batman for that movie. I don't know about a rebooted Batman solo movie. I don't know about yet. You have to ask me that when that actually happens. Next question is from Ark Noble. What do you think DC's next movie in 2014 will be? I don't know, honestly. I think we will see a Man of Steel 2. I heard they're already doing that. So, actually, I think that is the 2014 movie. I think they're doing 2014. So I heard they're doing it really quickly. So I see Man of Steel 2 coming out. I see a Wonder Woman movie. I do see that in the future. You know, I think we need a Wonder Woman movie. We really do, especially before Justice League. Because I feel like mainstream audience don't know who... people know who Wonder Woman is, but I don't think they really know her origin story. So I think that's really important before we see Justice League. I would love to see that. So, would love to see a Wonder Woman movie. Also Flash, of course. I've been saying that forever. I would love to see a Flash movie. Number 3, from Ark Noble. Do you think it would be a great idea to make a Justice League of America movie should be after Justice League? I wouldn't want to see that to be like its own series. I don't think it works for comic books, of course, just because you could do that. But for movie franchise, for a sequel name, I would like to see Justice League of America. Yeah, but I would not want to see these characters, different characters for a different Justice League team. I just think that would be too confusing for the mainstream audience. So I'd say no to it being its own franchise thing going on, but yes to it being a sequel name. So that's how I would like to see Justice League of America, which would definitely make sense if they made it a sequel name. Especially with DC, because they never want to say Justice League 2. Like, I feel like people are over that now. They don't ever say 1 or 2. Now they have their own name, like Dark Knight, Batman Begins. So I definitely see Justice League of America as a sequel name. Alright, Mario, he told me how to pronounce it in the comments. Badillo, I think I pronounced it right. Asks, one question is, do you watch Game of Thrones? You should. Honestly, I have a story about Game of Thrones. I've seen some of it. I know what's going on a little bit. I'm big on TV. I know what Game of Thrones is about, but I don't watch it. I know there's a girl who has a dragon. But yeah, my friends, Luke and Alex, you've seen them on the blog, and Alex is my brother. So, Alex saw a couple of episodes of it, and he got a little bored from it. And Luke saw like 2 seasons, and they said it was more of a chore to binge it. So I don't know. I think it's a show where you can watch every week, because I hear it's very tiring type of show. It wears you out because it's a very heavy story. So I don't know. I'm debating on Game of Thrones. I don't know if I would really like it, but I might try it. It's one of those shows I'm thinking about. And then they both tried it, and I heard you could binge it with people. It's a little bit better, but they've already tried it, and I don't think they'll give it a chance again. But I think maybe Luke might watch it fully because he's up to season 2, and then maybe Alex will give it more of a try. So we'll see. I might watch Game of Thrones. We'll see. But it's definitely something on my list to watch, but really hesitating to watch also because there has been a good amount of episodes and it is a little thick. Alright, second question from Mario Badillo. Second question is PS4 or Xbox One? Another crazy question. This is definitely a debate for the couple of weeks that all these events like E3 just happened, so a lot of people are questioning. More people are saying PS4. I hear that's better, but the Xbox One changed something. I haven't been really listening to it because I used to be a big gamer, but I'm not as much anymore. I just don't have a lot of time to play. So for me, I had a PlayStation, but let me tell you a story. I tell this to everybody. The curse of the PlayStation for me. I had my PlayStation 1 in the basement all the time, and I loved my PlayStation 1. I had a lot of cool games. So we had a flood for the first time in the basement, and PlayStation 1 got flooded. So we got PlayStation 2, it was out. It's like, cool, PlayStation 2. What's it called? I can't think of that Disney game, and it's my friend's favorite game. The one that's coming out. It's not Magic Kingdom. Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, we had Kingdom Hearts for PlayStation 2. Loved it. I really liked Ape Escape for PlayStation 2. I had this Yu-Gi-Oh game. Loved the PlayStation 2. We got another flood. Our last flood, but another flood. So when the PlayStation 3 came out, we're like, maybe we shouldn't own a PlayStation. It seems like there's a curse. Our basement always floods when we have a PlayStation. So we didn't get the PlayStation 3, and but the PlayStation 4 sounds really better than the Xbox One. So I'm debating not to put the PlayStation 4 in my basement and actually have it upstairs. That way there is no curse anymore of the PlayStation. So I'm thinking PlayStation 4. I'm leaning more towards that, but I've been an Xbox fan, so I'm going to see when it comes out. Especially because I'm not a humongous gamer. I can wait a little. But we'll see, because there's some good games coming out. So that is a debate. You could debate about that in the comments below if you want. Alright, third question from Mario Badillo. Is really good, worth buying Spider-Man stories? Yeah, there's some really great Spider-Man stories. Don't read Superior Spider-Man in my book, but there's some really good ones. So I definitely would. Spider-Man is one of my favorite superheroes. Read Spider-Man if you haven't read Spider-Man. Alright, next couple of questions. I will try to go a little longer. Alright, this is from Rabbit Ears blog. She asked 3 questions, and the first question is, do you think that Marvel might reboot their franchise in the future? Which I already answered that. I think they will reboot their franchise. in the future. Number 2, are you excited for the Wolverine movie coming out in July? Honestly, I don't think it's going to be that good. I don't see it being good, but I will be seeing it. So I'll have a review for that when it does come out. But I'm not totally excited. I love Hugh Jackman, but I don't know about that movie. At least of what I've seen. I'm more excited for Kick-Ass 2. Next question from Rabbit Ears blog. What do you want to see in a new X-Men cartoon if they make one? I love the X-Men Evolution, so a sequel series to that would be great. But honestly, I would like to see, I don't know, honestly, I think it matters more on the roster than, like, a story arc. Kitty Pryde, Wolverine, Iceman, pretty much if the Wolverine and X-Men made a cartoon, I would like to see that. So, good roster, I would say, and that's when you can make a good X-Men cartoon. Alright, next question is from the eman5011. I'm going to try to go a little quicker with these. Favorite underrated villain, DC or Marvel? Normie Osborn, who is the grandson of Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. He is a villain who is redeemed in Spider-Girl. He has a great story, and I love villains that you love to hate, and in the beginning you love to hate him. So that's the villains I love, and people that are very sly, so that's why I like Peter from Teen Wolf, and I like Klaus from Vampire Diaries, but I like those type of characters. But Normie Osborn, love redeemable characters. Again, love to hate him. In the beginning especially, because now he's not really a villain. Alright, next question is from DJ Daniels. He has 2 more questions. One is, who is your favorite Robin and why? I'll go through the Robins, because I think that's the easier way to do it. Carrie Kelly I don't care about, honestly. I'm caring more about her in the New 52. I've never really cared for her as a Robin. Even though she was the first female Robin, I never really cared for her. Dick, I like him more as Nightwing than Robin, so for Robin I don't like Dick, but I love Dick's character as a Nightwing, and I guess Batman also. Jason Todd I never really cared for. For me, I don't love Jason Todd, but I see why people really like him, and I think he has an interesting story, and he wasn't a repeat of Dick after, you know, he became the Red Hood and everything, so that was kind of cool how he changed his character. Tim, I love Tim. He's my favorite Robin, honestly. He's definitely my favorite Robin. Even as a Red Robin, I really liked him. Damian grew on me. Even though he's dead right now, but he grew on me a lot, Damian, and I used to hate him, and then, like, he has that silver lining where you could hate him or you could really like him. So I didn't love his character, but I started to really like him. And Stephanie Brown, I didn't love her as a Robin, but I love her character. So I like that she was a Robin, though. You could say she was a Robin, and a lot of people don't know that. So those are Robins. Definitely Tim Drake is my favorite Robin, though. So that answers your question. Next question, which I got a lot, and I always get a lot. Which one do you like better, DC or Marvel? I used to be a humongous Marvel fan. I kind of still am. I still have hope for Marvel, but I'm more of a DC fan, at least this year. I think it always changes, but for now, right now, I'm a bigger DC fan. But honestly, when I was growing up and until like last year, I was always a big Marvel fan. I was always a Marvel fan, and there goes the phone. So we're back, and the phone didn't ring. Okay, so I cut out the phone ringing. But now, next question is from Lamar8795, and they asked 3 questions. I'm going to try to go through all of them. I know this is going to be a little longer, but I heard you guys like longer videos, so you can answer that in the comments below. But, yeah, I try to answer everyone's questions. So, Lamar8795 asks, what superhero would you date? I've actually answered this question before in the past, so I'll just answer the same thing. Spider-Man, even though I don't think he's a great boyfriend, I love his personality, so I would have to go with Peter Parker. I love him. I love Peter. But Superboy also. I think he's actually a really good boyfriend to Casey, and I think he takes care of Casey, you know, and he has a great personality. And this is obviously before the New 52, old pre-New 52. But I loved Superboy. I think he would be a great boyfriend. So those 2, I always say, definitely Superboy. And even though I don't think Spider-Man would be a great boyfriend, I love him to death. So Spider-Man and Superboy. So second question is, have you thought about writing your own comic and what character types you want him or her to be? And this is from Lamar8795. I have thought about it before, and it always changes my mind. Should I write a comic book? I don't know. But I love characters that are kind of underrated. That's why I love Spider-Girl so much, and even why I like Vibe. I love characters where people think that they're not as strong as they are, and they could define themselves in different moments. So I love characters like that, and people that take their response, like a Spider-Man thing, that they have great power, but they also have to have a lot of responsibility, that are, you know, kind people. So honestly, a Spider-Girl type of character. I think she has every character personality that I'm looking for in a character. So yeah, so someone that's underrated definitely though, and then does something great that they're like, wow, you could do that. So that's a character I always would love to write about. Again, like Spider-Girl. Number 3 is from Lamar8795. What would powers would like to have? So what powers would you like to have them? What powers would you like them to have? Would they use it for responsibility or selfishness? What philosophy do you want them to uphold? Okay, so definitely responsibility. I would love them to have powers of responsibility, and again, just like Spider-Girl, where you have great power with great responsibility, and questioning what's right and wrong. I love the gray area, so I would love to see more of that, and them choose what is right and wrong. So I would love to see more of that in if I made a character. What powers? When I was little, I made a superhero, which was really stupid, but I think we always had a superhero kind of game, and his name was Skate Lad. Yeah, it was weird, but yeah, so I made a superhero when I was little, but his powers were flight. He had like every crazy power that he would be unbeatable. He had flight, super strength, fire powers for some reason, and I guess he could skateboard really well. So that was when I was really a little kid, so those are some cool powers. Fun fact. Okay, next question is from JCSEIJI, Jesse G. And their questions are all about events. One is, do you collect the entire event series of comics, including tie-ins? No. I collect the main story, and usually you don't need tie-ins. If I'm reading the series, let's say like Age of Ultron, they had a Wolverine and XMen tie-in, most of the time I'll pick up the tie-in because I like collecting the whole series I'm reading, unless I drop it. So I don't like missing issues from that, but no, I don't read all tie-ins. That's just too much money. Sometimes, with events now, some of them are not that great. DC does a better job at it. Like, you would have to pick the tie-ins because they connect. So there's not a main book, but for Marvel, it's so easy. You don't have to pick up the tie-ins. Just pick up the main book, especially if you just want to read the event, and if you don't know if it's going to be good. The second question from Just is what is your favorite event comic book series? I really like Flashpoint. I really like that series. I think that was a series that had really good tie-ins and was worth picking up tie-ins, because most of the time tie-ins really aren't worth it. But that series had really good tie-ins. It actually changed stuff, obviously. It had the New 52, so Flashpoint definitely is my favorite. And Civil War I really like also. Number 3 from I know I'm pronouncing your name wrong, I'm sorry. Any event-type comic book series you would like to see happen? Marvel vs. DC. Come on, I would love to see I mean, obviously it's happened in the past, but I would love to see current Marvel vs. DC. That'd be a humongous event. So I would love to see that. We're getting to the end, so I'll try to answer everybody. This is from Sazamission. First question is, what are some of the weirdest in concept characters in TV, cartoon, movies, or comics? In concept, Adventure Time. I've never seen the show, but I know it's about like a nuclear something, and like that's why everyone looks crazy. So in concept, I think that's a weird show, but I know there's a big fan base. It's supposed to be really good, but in concept, I think that's a weird show. Alright, number 2 is, what do you think of doing more fan request reviews of movies, TV shows, comics you either seen or haven't seen, but will see upon being asked? Fan request reviews. I do them if you haven't seen. When I do fan request reviews, it's mostly when I've thought of either reading it or watching the show, and I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Sometimes I don't do fan request reviews because I know a lot about TV show and comic books. I know stuff I wouldn't like, so sometimes I'll be like, I've heard of the movie or heard of the show, and I kind of know I'm not going to like it. So that's a time when I probably won't take a fan request review, but I try my hardest to do fan request stuff, even though I don't actually get that many requests, so... but I try my hardest to do request stuff. That's why I do the topic video requests. I try my hardest for you guys to have requests. Third question for Sazamission is, fave animated comic book series voice actor and fave role he or she did outside of comic book series. Tara Strong. I love voice actors, but Tara Strong. She's done, Raven from Teen Titans, also Batgirl from Batman the Animated Series, so I thought that was very cool. I love her playing Tommy, Timmy Turner. She's played a lot of characters you wouldn't even expect. So Tara Strong is one of my favorite. Bubbles, come on, Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls. So yeah, Tara Strong is great. I like Tom Kennedy, even though I'm not a big SpongeBob fan. I think he's an amazing voice actor. I like that the voice actor community is very small, so it's a lot of great voice actors and popular ones. So, but definitely Tara Strong in for that question. Next question is from Moonstruck, and they ask, I think if you watch Once Upon a Time in Grimm, if you do, what do you think about the season finale? So they said finally, but I think they mean finale. I don't know if you already had done reviews on these shows. Once Upon a Time, my friends watch, and they say it's good. I don't watch it, but I like fairy tale stuff, I guess. I like Disney, so, but I don't know if I would ever watch that show. It didn't seem like my taste. Grimm, I've seen. I have not seen every episode, but I see here and there. I did watch the finale. I thought it was okay. It was whatever. I did watch on Hulu. So I try watching some episodes from that show and, like, watching as much as I can, but I do watch Grimm, just definitely not every week. It's not one of those shows I can miss Grimm. I usually watch on Hulu if I have free time. But it's okay, Grimm, and Once Upon a Time I've never really watched, but I know of. Next question is RZ Rezo00, and they ask, JSA from 2007 was awesome, right? Justice Society America. Honestly, I really didn't read it that much. The only time I read Justice Society America was some Stargirl issues, which were actually pretty good. But I don't really like Justice Society, so I can't tell you. But I read some issues. The issues I have read were pretty good. So next question for Rizzo00 is, if you were an editor of DC or Marvel, what books would you try to get out? Kitty Pryde Ninja Adventures or Superior Spider-Girl takes out Hobgoblin. I would love to see Kitty Pryde Ninja Adventures. I don't know if it'd sell well, but I would love to see that. And also Superior Spider-Girl. Take out the Superior part and just have Spider-Girl take out Hobgoblin. Perfect. I would need to have Spider-Girl there. I don't even care about the sales for Spider-Girls. I would probably make it digital. That's how I would do it, because it wouldn't matter as much for the sales. So Spider-Girl digitally and Kitty Pryde Ninja Adventures just like a mini-series and see what happens with it. I would love to see both of those, though. Next question is from Cool Music and Stuff. This is actually second to last. And they ask, what do you think about the Amalgam comics? I searched that. I didn't hear about it beforehand. But it's like Marvel and DC together and some. But they're making different characters. But they're like Superman and like Spider-Man hybrid. So I've never actually heard of it. So I've not read anything from it. I actually had to search that. But next question is from Delanto Green. Does Wonder Woman love Superman in all comic books? No. I mean, I feel like that romance is only in some comic books, or in some comic books it's not even spoken of, and he's flirting with Lois Lane. So definitely not. And their romance, I feel, is a little pushed. I feel like it is a little bit of a pushed romance, so it's okay, it's whatever. I don't think it's gonna last anyways. Honestly, I feel like if it wasn't forced and it was actually built up, I would like it a lot more, and I think that's what they did wrong with it. But I think they are doing a little better with the Justice League series, expanding more on their relationship. But those are all the questions I got. Thank you guys. Really long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I will do these every once in a while. Hope you watched everything, and I am gonna try to do another one soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments below what you thought, and if you liked it, if you have any other segments you would like me to do during the summer. This is one of them I thought I'd done a couple of times and I know you guys like. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is Comic Uno, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.